virus is located. And until the testing becomes more robust and widespread, we really don't know where the virus is. And so we can say we're either close to the peak or we're at the peak, but if you don't know where the virus is and you start opening up too quickly, then you're going to be running right in the midst of a storm one more time. So it's testing, robust testing, the plan for testing, the plan for contact tracing, all of those, that's the critical component, and that's what I'm waiting to hear.
So do you think the current plan is laid out by the government for opening retail?
How we're treating the restaurants, so I don't have an issue with that. Okay. I don't have an issue with state parks open with the conditions that have been put in place. But once you go beyond those particular measures, the question is, what's the precursor to that? And that's robust, widespread testing. And if you don't do the testing and have a plan for that, and it's systematic and widespread, then you're flying blind. You just don't know where you're going, and you don't know where the virus is.
Is there any indication, or do you know? I mean, Dallas has extended its stay-home ordinance until May 15th. Where are you in what someplace like Dallas has done, what the governor has done, and will you sort of, like, people just want to know where are we at as far as restaurants being open, or, you know, the hair salon, or you know, services, things like that. Do you anticipate that happening, or will you require, like, you got to wear a mask?
Let's put things in their historical context. When this virus became noticeable, let's say even more noticeable, things were handled on a local level by the cities and the counties. For example, in the first week in March, those were local decisions to reschedule or cancel conferences and conventions. On March the 11th, for example, there was the road rodeo. Those were local decisions. With respect to March 17th, when we suspended the business of restaurants, the dining facilities, except for curbside service and pickup, closing restaurants and bars, initially, those were local decisions. After cities and counties made the decision, the governor came in. When we came to the stay-home orders on March 24th, those were local decisions. And if you can recall, it was the governor who said on that Sunday, I'll never forget, that he was leaving it up to the cities and counties to make those decisions. Those were local decisions. And then the governor came back and put in his order, but those orders had already been put in place by Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the surrounding counties. So now, it is true, as the governor, he has the authority to set the timeline in terms of what opens up. And his order will supersede counties and cities. My concern is, it is important for all of us as much as possible to speak, to put forth the same message, so that the messaging is not confusing and people don't have a misunderstanding. Because when you've asked people to stay home and to make huge sacrifices for 35 to 40 days, you know, naturally, you know, they're anxious to get back out. And they're listening to us to say, is it okay? Is it safe? Are we going to be all right? And if the messaging becomes conflicting, it becomes very difficult to ask people to continue to make these sacrifices. And we all should be governed by the facts on the ground, the medical advice that we're getting from the professionals, the hospitals, you name it. And so that's what's important here. And so I'll take my cue from the medical professionals, and I'm just continuing to ask people to be patient as we move forward to the year.
And Mayor, can you talk about,
Yes, Chief, this is for the Chief. Do you have any comments from the Chronicle regarding the Texas Organizing Project, King Bonds for a lot of people in Harris County jail?
I think that's their prerogative. Bond issue, if somebody has a bond pending and someone pays for them, that's their prerogative to do that. But again, my position is bonds should be about money, it should be about the threat posed by that person, and so, let's hope that the judge make a decision when we set bonds.
Mayor, is there any way the mayor can just briefly address, to clarify for people, the city's getting like a couple $100 million from the feds, but you're still working on the fact that Can you explain that how you can't use that money to pay for what you really need, which are salaries for firefighters, police officers, and if you could, then the city wouldn't have to lay off people. Can you explain that?
The Federal CARES Act, the city of Houston, just like the county, cities will be receiving X amount of dollars. Those dollars can only be expended on items that are directly COVID related, not previously budgeted. Can't use those federal dollars for. So COVID related, directly COVID related, not previously budgeted, have to be encumbered by the NGA. So anything, for example, let's say starting in the March going forward for the rest of this year, those dollars you can utilize. You don't have to appropriate us any more dollars. Just allow us to have flexibility with regards to those dollars that have already been awarded, so that, for example, where we've lost sales tax, which directly will impact police, fire, municipal services, allow us to use the dollars that the federal government has already awarded to fill in those revenue shortfalls, those holes. And we've been asking for flexibility in that regard. Otherwise, the 5 cadet classes that are desperately needed, police cadet classes, I might add, though they are going to be deferred. Employees that we desperately need for city services, they will have to be furloughed. So those are the things that will have a direct impact. It's hard to say open up this economy, open up cities and states, if the governmental unit that provides the infrastructure to all of these private businesses and nonprofits pretty much are having to continue to shut down themselves. So in Houston's case, for example, we calculate that amount to be right around $400 million. And let me just make this, because this is an important note.